Hi there, welcome to another awesome Friday edition of JoyNews Interactive with me, Bernice Abu Baidu.
And myself, Mabita CBD, live from digital address GA 0992539 Kukumemle, Accra.
Streaming live on YouTube, My Joy Online TV. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our name is JoyNews on TV.
So we've got some exciting things that we're doing
exactly.
today.
And we will check out our most watched videos of the week on Facebook. And we have a very, very interesting video of the day.
Now, social media has been reacting to the president's ministerial reshuffle. We'll get to see what people have been saying on Twitter about this. To be honest, the reshuffle reminded me of LMAO's song, Every Day I'm Shuffling.
Every day I'm shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling.
That's very interesting.
I know,
man.
I know.
President Akufo-Addo has had his first reshuffle after a lot of speculations. And of course, social media has been reacting. Let's get on to Twitter and see what some of the tweets are saying.
All right, let's start with Kwesi_Reynolds, who say the imminent reshuffle in Nana Addo's government is very relevant to change appointees who are sleeping on their jobs. The president has reiterated his commitment in making Ghana leap out of the economic stagnation. We're waiting for the House clearing. And then another comment replying to that tweet, nothing changed, the value is the same old.
Interesting.
Let's go to DK S. Francis, who says Nana Addo making use of the transfer deadline.
You know that the transfer market in England was closed yesterday. So it's just an interesting way to link the two events.
All right, let's go to I am Omahini, who says Minister of State at the Office of the Vice President. Hey, Nana Addo.
Now, there was a new portfolio that was created, Maps. Remember when the president appointed ministers, there was a lot of talk, new ministries, new portfolios. Now we have a Minister of State at the presidency, and he used to be the former minister in charge of inner city and Zongo development. And when we asked Mr. Abuchinapo, Deputy Chief of Staff, what exactly that is, he says, well, you know, there's a lot of work at the Vice President's office, so, well, he needs some help. Hey, it's just a little help.
And a lot of people on social media were expecting the president to decrease his size of ministers, but unfortunately, one more was added.
It didn't happen. Yeah. Well, technically, we are being told that it may actually still be 110, but let's just wait because there's just a lot of permutations to this, But Mr. Fredo Ajuman says that Otiko moved that one, dear Nana Addo force. That's to say he's excited that the gender minister, Otiko Afisa-Japa, was moved she's now Ghana's ambassador to Italy.
All right, let's take one last tweet at Hannah Confidence says Nana Addo should take an name serious for once. What is Minister of State at the Office of the Vice President? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So on Facebook, we asked people to describe the reshuffle in one sentence. Some people couldn't. They just gave us a paragraph.
A paragraph.
Essays. And I'm like, thesis. We don't want this.
Just a sentence.
Just one sentence, and let's see what they had to say. All right, so at Ishmael Oga says, what a country that we live in. We don't own an airline, but we have minister for aviation. Are you serious as a nation?
Okay, rather chose to describe something he's not excited about. Didn't really tell us what he thinks the reshuffle is to him in a sentence. But anyway, let's pick some more, Maps.
All right, at Amanka Percy says, groundsbreaking. I will only advise Otiko to assume her new office with new hairstyle. Looks like her old hairstyle is the reason for her demote. Okay, I don't think so, though. Really?
And Maps won't
come
agree
on.
with you on this.
Oh, really? Are we doing
Not
this again?
on any occasion.
Listen,
okay?
my hairstyle is my hairstyle. It doesn't affect my work ethic. If I come to work and I don't have hair, it's okay. I'm still going to work. So it's not about your hairstyle. I'm sorry, I'm getting passionate. Let me bring it back home. I'm bringing it back home. Okay, all right. But it's not about your hairstyle.
All right.
Like India says, I am not my hair. Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's take some more Facebook comments on that one. Via Frimpong Manso says, Nana Akufo-Addo has called the bluff of Ghanaians by increasing the wastage from 110 to 111. And this one is from Senior Minister, and he says the value is almost the same, except that Mustafa Hamid talks a lot. So Nana wants him to go and talk to my brothers and sisters at the Zongo. This one is from @Christian Akon, who says, I think the president has made very good choices, especially on Honorable Cynthia Morrison, who is now the Minister of Gender, Women, Children and Social Protection, as to Atiko, an ambassador to Italy, where very soon I will leave for. All right. Okay. Interesting.
All the best.
This one is from @J, who says absolutely no news except that he owns no explanation to anyone. The truth is that the size of the government is too big. All right. Okay. So we'll ask for one sentence, and that's what we'll read. Just one.
I like that. You're going to be a strict teacher. Imagine if Maps were your teacher. Well, to some other issues, the minority spokesperson on legal and constitutional affairs, Inusah Fuseini, is calling for the scrapping of the boarding system in public senior high school Maps. And according to him, he says the system has outlived its usefulness and does not provide any benefits to the country's educational system.
And Mr. Fuseini believes the boarding school system has outlived its usefulness. Let's see what people have been saying about this.
Exactly.
Education system, because we all attend boarding school and you know the impact of what boarding school. So concentrating only solely on basic boarding school, I don't accept it. That one, no. The government, I wish the government should allow parents to pay some of the school fees, and the government also take part of the school fees. The government paying all the school fees, I think it drains our coffers too much.
He has also made his suggestions whatsoever, but like he's saying, the day should be for all. The days school should be for all. Government should support for the day, free, fine. But for the boarding, those who can bear the cost should go to the boarding and they pay whatsoever thing so that the cost can come down.
I prefer equal money should be spent on both the day and then so that, because with the boarding this thing, the parents know they can afford the boarding. That's why they brought their children there. So that the government will bear the school fix. General, which both the day student and then the boarding will benefit, so that the parents also bear the, let me say, the food and other things.
In terms of the boarding school, I think one way or the other, it helps. Some of us, when we were in SHS, we were not from the same place where we had our schools. We have to travel from one area to the other, and it has helped us a lot.
Trust me, Maps, if we had a debate on this, I'm sure it would last forever.
Yeah.
And it's also because, you see, you're looking at the concentration of schools, and some will argue that you may have more schools in one area than the other, or you may have more schools in an area that cannot only cater for the students residing in the area. There may be empty classrooms if you're just saying that, okay, those living in and around should come to school here.
Yeah.
If you're scrapping the boarding facility, that's what it means. It means if you're in Kumasi, you can't come to school in Accra, or you may have to get your own hostel, which for a lot of parents, it's not
Doesn't
too
make
good.
sense.
Yeah, too good a move to let my child, you know, out alone. Or they may have to live with a guardian, and that may be more burdensome. But some also agree because they think that, look, it's additional cost on government if you have to fund free SHS and pay for boarding, fees, bed, dining, you know, and all those things. It just makes it more expensive.
But boarding school has so many benefits. You know, like you were saying earlier, save how to learn save your money. independence.
Yeah.
You go to university, you haven't been to boarding school. It's just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Yeah, it just
here?
means sometimes it may be like you're just being thrown into, you know, into a world you're not sure of. But like I said, this debate won't end today if we start it, but you can let us know what you think about this. Get onto our Facebook page, your JoyNews on TV, or you can tweet at us. Do you agree with Inusah Fuseini that we should scrap the boarding house system? If not, tell us. If you do, also do to tell us.
Now let's take a quick flight to Kenya, where Laikipia woman Representative Catherine Rugu has stunned Kenyans after telling women to consider getting married as second wives to avoid being single mothers.
Express, while Ruguru told women they can only consider a man their husband when he is in their house. Interesting, isn't it?
Angle. There are those who feel, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, you're proudly a second wife, which of course is not conventional. It's something that, you know, Kenyans feel a bit uneasy about. Tell me a little bit about that.
I have nothing to say, Mike Gitonga, because I have freedom of association. I choose what is right for me. I do not need to conform to what the public and per se. You know, majority of the people who keep talking and talking to you are faceless. Nobody will come one-on-one. Like, I would challenge my good friends. Most of them I know, they are married and they have their legal wife or the marital wife or husband. But wakona mpango zao. You'll always realize I'm better off if I know this is the man I believe in and I want to be with. I move on. I would like anybody to challenge me and tell me whether if I'm casted to go to hell because I'm married as a second wife, whether then if Abraham, the father of faith and father of all Christians, and also who is the greatest descendants of Jesus Christ, will also go to heaven. So I'm only saying this. Allow me to be grilled and asked questions by God, and let nobody police morals. Let nobody pray the Lord of the Holy Spirit. And God is not like men, the way they behave. I love my husband. I don't need to kutanga-tanga. I don't need to be here and there because I fear being told this. And I would encourage majority of Kenyan women who are single and they found a man who they think can be a good friend and a husband moving forward, and they love their children. We do not need to raise our children as single mothers, and especially our boys, who I passionately feel for the boy child. We need to look not only through marriage, but we need to take this conversation further, that our children, whether boys or girls, they need people they would look up onto as fathers, and if there are no fathers, then we need to go further to see whether we can get uncles and mentors which can pick on
the advice you're giving to the girls
children.
is that if they find a man, even if it's somebody else's husband, well, that can be arranged.
Now look, somebody else's husband is their husband within the confines of their home. The moment you left your home, Mike Gitonga, you're here as a servant who is serving KTN. You're here because you're serving Kenyans. When you're out, muzeni wako kwa boma, akishatoka, you take care of yourself and you choose what you want. And the Constitution allows even President Uhuru Kenyatta give a sign and extend the bill and say the marriage bill. What is wrong? Our brothers and sisters in the Muslim community, they marry 2, 3, 4 wives.
Wow, Maps. A very fierce position she has there.
Yes.
Once you leave your home, you cease to be a husband.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So it means that a man can have as many wives as he thinks and enters everybody's home at a particular time, and you're defined as that person's husband.
I don't understand.
Are you willing to be a second wife?
Who, me?
Yes.
Me, I'm okay being single. I don't need a husband. To be a second wife, no, it's okay. I'm okay being a single mother.
Okay.
If that's how it's supposed to be, let me be a single mother. Hey.
Well,
so someone's husband.
Well.
Me.
No, but
and then my husband.
No, but you see, she raises some, valid arguments. In Islam, for example, once you can take care of about 4 women, you can marry 4 wives. And, well, she cites Abraham as an example.
I'm not going to be part of those 4 wives.
Okay.
I don't like
but that's
sharing.
your choice.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't like sharing. I'm very jealous. I'm very overprotective. So I will not share. I will not be a second wife.
She won't share her husband at all. All right, Mapito Sibidi, I mean, this is a very interesting one. I know you have a view on this, especially if you're a young woman and you're single. Tell us, are you willing to consider being a second wife? And do you even believe that once a man leaves his home, he ceases to be a husband to whoever he's married to? Let us know. We are very interactive on social media. JoyNews on TV, on Facebook and Twitter. Maps, it's now time to take a quick breather. When we come back, We'll tell you what's been happening on Twitter. Thank you so much for staying on Joy News Interactive with myself, Bernice Abubedu, and Mapito Sibidi.
Yes, Bernice.
It's now time to tell you what's happening on Twitter. We'll bring you the tweets and show you the videos as well.
All right.
All right. So, Maps.
So this is Instagram. Let's start with embracing black culture. And then this one says, this little girl just realized her dream. Let's watch that video.
That's a very interesting caption on that particular video. This little girl realizing her destiny. It's a very beautiful one. But that was from Instagram. We'll be bringing you a mix of what's happening on Twitter and Instagram. Maps, this one is on Twitter.
Yes, and this is from @Turks, who says, kindly mention Nanado for me. Apologies for that sound.
Apologies, we would have loved you to hear that. We promise we'll bring it back to you on Monday.
Yes.
It's a promise. We will fulfill it.
She will fulfill it, right?
Yes, I will fulfill
Yeah, she's promising.
Definitely I will.
All right, okay. So let's go to Amaya Deborah, who says, who remembers this? A, Nana Ama McBrown.
Mapito Sibidi, this particular one, it just lets you know the appreciation for the Indian arts didn't just start with Kunkumbagi and the other telenovelas from India that our sister station at Doom FM shows. This is way back. I mean, this is Nana McBrown and Sonia Chiba, I believe, doing that Indian-inspired song. But there are many other things we'd like to show you from Twitter.
And this one is from Adina, who says, how people create their own problems so they can play the victim. Troublesome.
Honestly, I wouldn't have found a better description of that video than that was. It says, you know, people creating their own problem and playing the victim as well. This baby. Anyway.
All right, let's go to @Hits at 103.9 FM, and they say, watch this. Reverend
Obofwo performs at Stone Boys. Say it with church members during service.
Say it, yo. Say it. 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 You understand? Say it, yo. Say it. 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 Say it, yo. Papa, say it, yo. Say it. Say it, yo. Say it. Say it, yo. Say it. Say it, yo. Say it.
Say it, yo. Say it.
Wow, so this is a trend. I mean, he's not the only person. We've seen the pastors like Obinim, you know, singing some music that traditionally church people wouldn't, you know, sing in church. But it's now time to present you our most watched videos online, as we do every Friday. And Mabs, the first one has to do with the reviewed or renegotiated a married deal, and the VRA at the time was calling for the resignation of former energy minister and called on the president to sack him if he failed to resign, and that actually had 16,000 views actually. So there you see Nancy Dradosi in an interview with one of the officials of the Senior Staff Association of the VRA. Maps, what's our second most video? Our
second most video was a report, actually a feature from Justice Bedu about slavery and Ghanaian sculpture, just, you know, putting slave into arts, history into arts, merging the two. Let's see if we can get that on your screen.
Sure, definitely. So what he sought to achieve was to try and help us relive the moment. I mean, if there's another better expression to that, I don't know. But basically, that's what he was hoping to achieve by sculpting the skulls of the people. And then the third one, unpaid salaries. Those were allegations made by NIA workers false. That was from Professor Kena Tefa, and that had 6,900 views.
Yes. Okay, Bonus, high five. It was a good show. It was a great show.
Yeah. It's great bringing you JoyNews Interactive every Friday, Mapito and myself. It's always exciting to let you know what's trending and to pick your views on it as well. But Mapito, we are cooling into the weekend.
Yes.
And if you are a bride and you're watching, or if you know someone who's getting married this weekend, you may want to call them or their father to watch this video because they could get inspired.
Yes. All right. So let's check out the video of the day. Remember to stay interactive with us on Facebook and Twitter. We are JoyNews on TV. Have an awesome weekend.
For now, it's bye from us. Take care.